Welcome back to the Soup Football fans. It's your boy Lolo on the Friday night. Sorry, we're coming a little bit late today. I was falling behind in my duties, but cheers to you all on a happy Friday night with Arsenal still at the top of the league and at the top of the news cycle, of course. And not for good things, for multiple not good things for Arsenal. First of all, they dropped points. They lost at home, not lost, they drew at home to Liverpool. Well played game by Liverpool, I thought. Poor from Arsenal. And then towards the end of the game, there was, of course, the big controversy that lots of people are talking about right now, hence the title of the video. Um, Gabriel Martinelli in, if not stoppage time, near stoppage time, still 0-0, of course, running down the wings with a defender. Ball goes out of bounds or something. Play stops. Defender Connor Bradley falls to the ground. Gabriel Martinelli turns around, sees him rolling on the ground, goes and throws the ball at his head, and then tries to remove him from the pitch. Turns out Bradley is seriously injured, and it was a non-contact foul. He just got seriously injured, and we hope that he's okay and that it's not a season-ending or anything bad happen. We don't ever want anybody getting hurt. That's insane. But Martinelli acted in a way to get him off the pitch, thinking he was time wasting. This has caused immense outrage. And by the way, Gabriel Martinelli got a yellow card, I believe, for all that action. So that's another controversy. So there's just the what happened. And if I've missed any detail, I'm sure I will get them from Mr. Mark, who I'm going to bring out on stage right now. Mr. Mark.
What do I have to say in this particular case? I think in this particular case, I'm going to cite Reeves versus the Stoop.
Ooh.
Where if it's not Leeds, it's who gives a fuck, which is what he said that one day, and I would like to apply that to every other team other than my own. No, I joke.
Okay, we can start talking about Wolves if you prefer, if that's what you want to talk about.
No. I'm giving you a bit of the heave there. No, look.
Did I get the what correct and unbiased?
You definitely got the what. You definitely got the correct. You definitely.
So we can establish a what.
These things did happen.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Here's I think the way that I'm going to look at it. I've had some time to ruminate since we've been since our online chat has ended, or our thread on the matter ended. I've been given a little thought while I was making a little late lunch. We all want every single team, every single fan wants to see passion from their players, and I can see how Martinelli can get caught up in the passion. Hey, let's get this going. There's a game to win.
Mm-hmm.
But all things aside, it just doesn't. We don't want to see passion spill over into kind of this unsportsmanlike attitude and actions.
Yeah. That's wow. That's a lot more thought out than any of your texts that you sent today, Mr. Wooden Spoon. Just stirring the pot.
Hey! I wasn't stirring the pot. I was just responding to what was out there. And
I believe you started it all.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. To bring me some, I'm going to bring the guys in from backstage, but you and I can continue our debate. But I want them to chime in when they please. But Mark, just to correct you, since you did enter it onto record, you did misquote James. If it's not Leeds, fuck them. Just to get the very specific. I have it right here.
is.
There you go. All right, so let's bring in David and Tony, the bitter rivals from probably the best game that we've seen in forever. Newcastle Tony, right below me, and we've got David Leeds United over there. You guys played one hell of a game. I guess should we crack that open or should we continue the Martinelli talk? We'll get to that in a minute, okay? We'll talk Leeds United Newcastle in a minute. So Mark just said his initial thoughts on it all, sportsmanship. David, what are your you were an ex referee as well?
No,
No, I thought you were a referee for a while.
good God, no. Never do that job. No, no, no.
I could have
Coach, not
sworn
a referee.
um, you just
Listen,
talk
coaching, not
shit like you
refereeing.
coaching. All right. So
Yeah.
what's your take on all of this?
Uh, my take, actually, Mark pretty much summed it up very well. And what I was bringing up more in the conversation early was not to throw a grenade in and have all this uh, unpleasantness in our group chat, but it was more a reflection. My reflection was more on Arnie Slot, who was taking the pious position, almost saying that we never dive, we never do this, we never do that, we never time waste, etc., etc.,
Yeah. Other
and
teams
being
need
so
to stop doing this.
yeah, so magnanimous about, well, Martinelli, okay, he lost his head, but we never do this, so he should have known better. That's how it's coming across
Yeah.
as far as I was concerned. And I just thought to myself, Slot, you're a fucking prick.
Yeah, Arnie Slot. Why? Like you came out and made a decent statement where he was like, "Look, I haven't seen it all back or anything, but I doubt he knew what was going on, and it comes from time wasting. You see this every game,
Yeah.
not every game, but you see it all the time. Towards the end of the game, somebody falls down and they scooch over back onto the field, and they're not injured, but
And
the
it
play
doesn't
has to
matter what team
stop,
it
and
is either. They
yeah, it
they
doesn't.
all do it.
All teams do it, and you've seen people go over and be like, "Hey, come on, get out," or they like usher them out, or they drag them out. I've seen people drag their feet out of bounds. That happens
Yeah.
all the time. To me, the biggest issue was the doing it multiple times. The ball throw, first of all, like that was
No,
a
no.
head loss where Arsenal get booked for way worse than that. We've been red carded for way worse than that, touching the ball after the play. Like to go get it and actually physically throw it at somebody in their face. That being said, we've had balls thrown in our face and no yellow cards. Uh, but dick move. Shouldn't be doing that. The guy's on the ground. Either way, you don't throw the ball in their face. Then walk away. Walk away,
Yeah.
man. Just walk away. Like it's happening. You're lucky that you didn't get a yellow card at that point. I don't know if that's when he immediately got the yellow card, but
Got it
but then to
after.
like keep it
He
going, it all
Marshall got
sucks.
he got the yellow card for throwing the ball.
Yeah, for throwing the ball.
But
So
the
cut it
yellow
out. Like,
card
stop
came
it.
later, didn't it?
It
I
did
think it
come
came
later, but that's
after
because there
everything.
was a scuffle.
Yeah. Um, but my thing is, I just highly doubt in my mind, doubt at that Martinelli thought he was actually injured because they were a second ago running together. There's no contact, and he turns around and he's rolling on the ground. You're like, are you out of your mind? You can tell, but yes, his actions, what he actually did, is fucked up. I can tell
Uh,
where he's coming from in the moment of getting angry and maybe pulling him, but the throwing the ball in the back of the head, stop like that shouldn't be there.
it was silly.
Um,
It was a silly thing. Can I just say, if a player goes down and he's not being touched, and he probably let out a bit of a yelp, then
maybe, yeah, yeah,
the chances are something's happened. You know
yeah,
what I mean? If
yeah,
nobody's touched him, and he knows he's
yeah,
not touched him, so
yeah.
we
Yeah,
just have to say that Martinelli got carried away in the moment.
absolutely.
I do feel I mean, I don't know if the referee saw the knee in the back, but it was like three things. It was the throw in the ball, the knee in the back, and then eventually where he's pushed him off. If he'd got a red card, he couldn't have complained because it's violent conduct at the end of the day. That's what
Yeah,
that is.
yeah.
You
And it
know?
was aggressive. I mean, Mark had somebody sent off for aggressive running. So I don't know if you remember that. A Wolves player aggressively ran towards the referee, and he was like, "Oh, red card, go away."
I think
Um,
it was a yellow, but it was
or
still
a
a card.
Second yellow.
second yellow, yeah.
I saw
Um,
Grealish get a second yellow for clapping at the referee.
yeah,
The other
Well,
night.
he'd been
Absolutely.
goading the referee for like half of for 20 minutes. And the
I'm sure
referee
he had
just
been
finally had
warned.
enough. He's like, yeah, you
I'm
know what,
sure.
dude? You're out too. Fuck off.
I'm sure he
Yeah,
had been warned over and over.
He'd done a silly foul earlier, and
Yeah.
you know, it's just what's it when you shout back at the referee?
Dissent.
Dissent.
Yeah, it's just straight.
Yeah.
On what I'd like to say, also, Tony, I think your chap's got away with keeping 11 men on the field.
Yeah.
You know, we had Joe
He
Linton,
was,
who had a yellow against him. Clapped the
Yeah, he
referee
should-
sarcastically later. Second yellow, not given. And the guy who did the handball, he had been booked. Yeah, he'd been booked before. So strictly speaking, I always saw, handball in the box. It's a yellow card. So I think the referee was a bit weak there. Although maybe we would have got something from the game. I have a feeling we probably would have done. But at the end of the day, it was a great game. So just good to be involved. It's good to be back in the Premier. A couple of nights before, I'd watched Leicester against West Brom. Oh my God, it's so nice. I'm sorry to say this, Mark, but it's so nice to be out of the Championship.
Well, why do you have to apologize? We're not there yet. Or we haven't been there in 7 years. So
You will be very shortly. Don't you worry about it.
West Ham will be there.
I'm not worried about it. I'm pleased that we've turned a little bit of a corner.
As we all are.
If you thought at the beginning of the festival of fixtures that Wolves would have walked away with 5 out of 12, given their present form or the form heading into it. I don't know. Some pretty bad teams ahead of us. Maybe we finish 18th instead of 20th.
Yeah, I reckon so.
I have no idea.
I tell you,
and Nottingham Forest isn't exactly tearing it up. So maybe there's a chance.
Wolves are playing a whole lot better than the other teams, and Wolves were unlucky in 3 games leading up before their first win.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the points are nice, but something that's even more encouraging is of the festival fixtures. There were 4, right? 4 fixtures. We outscored our opponents 6-4.
You see, the other thing, I saw an interview
throughout
with
that. So
the manager.
not only did we pick up points, but we got a positive goal differential in the midst of it.
What's the manager's name? Rob
Edwards.
Yeah.
Edwards. We've had so many of them in the last 5 years. I saw an
interview with him. And it came over so positively, and no disillusions or anything, and it was a really good interview. They won't get rid of him, nor should they. I think, okay, even if you're going to drop down to the Championship, but I think you've got something to look forward to next year. And let's face it, after this year, you'll be very pleased for something to look forward to. Or should I say after last year? Because 25 was shocking for you.
I'm definitely resolved to it, You can't play that poorly, and you also can't run a club the way that the Fosun or whatever their name is has. The Jeff Chi and now Nathan Chi. You can't sell your best players. You can't sell your captain year after year after year and not replace them.
I mean, I would say you can.
They got what they paid for. This is what this is their own doing. But like I had said at Festivus, the thing that I can't stand is that, for someone to say, well, amongst the fans, relegation is a big deal, but inside these walls, it's not. And you go ahead and tell that to all the players and the coaches in there right now. They would do some very unsavory things to him if he walked into that locker room and said that. Yep. But I'll just add one more thing and we can move on. I think the Wolves, I've been complaining all season that we have no players. I think we have a player. Mateus Mane, he's like 16, 17 years old. 18
years old.
18.
He'll probably be sold, Mark.
He is good.
Sorry.
Hey, probably. If somebody wants to offer up the money, I'm sure the organization, the Fosun would sell him in a heartbeat. We can't keep anybody. But this season, he's ours, and we've got a player.
Well, unless
he's good. I don't know if y'all seen him. Seen that he's like got 2 or 3 goals in the last, however many games. So he's a nice find. And then the Arucadore, he's pretty good too. He's a big dude.
Arucadore.
Like hold the door.
Your big striker.
That was more like Lana Del Rey.
Say again, Tony.
Do you think your striker goes this month?
Do we sell Strand Larson? I do. His play has demonstrated that he doesn't want to be there. It came so close heading into the season. He was going to be sold. He was going to go to Newcastle, which would, I think that would make any footballer happy to go from Wolves to a Newcastle. It didn't happen, and I think it pissed him off, and his play has kind of showed it. It's just kind of it's just been lackluster.
Where do you think he's likely to end up now, Mark?
Highest bidder football club.
Well, yeah, because you guys wanted 60 million, and we're like, no. Now I saw it was down to 40, just because you just need the fund probably.
I would take 40 for Strand Larson. He cost us 24, I think. So I guess if that's how the organization wants to do business, that's a good bit of business. He's not doing anything for us. He doesn't even start. Arucadore has that. So
he scored the other night though against Everton. So
did
he not?
No, Mane scored.
He got an assist.
Mane, he had the assist.
Yeah.
But to be honest, yes, he got the ball there, but Mane had to do some work. He had a beautiful back foot drag, or drag the ball forward with his back foot. That was like, what?
It was good finish. Good finish.
Yeah, real good finish. Anyway.
That is the longest Wolves conversation we've ever had with the most people.
and it only took their pending relegation to get it.
Another happy-hour derby next weekend.
It took some points, which is unusual this year.
It is, and with what Tony just said, yes, we our next match is against Newcastle. I believe it is at home. We get a little Shrewsbury tomorrow. But I was thinking about it, and the way the Wolves are playing right now, and the way that the kind of on and off form of Newcastle, we could get a point. We could get I'm not going to say we're going to get 3, but I'd say we can get a point. And it led me to think, yes, Wolves are headed toward that, but there is just like that little sliver of light Hope is a terrible thing. People will tell you. But when I look at the teams that we'll be facing, which is most of the table, outside of Arsenal, there is nobody that is like, oh yeah, we're not going to win that one. Everyone has proven that they can be beat. They can be beat at any given time. And I as far as like competitiveness and as they say in the NFL or in college football, any given Sunday,
In the words of Kevin Keegan, I love that you guys got a point from Man United. That was great.
I certainly didn't expect it.
I didn't
That was
either.
amazing.
I was like, I had a feeling like just with the recent chaos, like Wolves.
I didn't even watch the match. I was just like, I don't want to watch them lose. I got up to watch the West Ham match. It was expected. I didn't expect 3-0. I didn't expect everything we got in that game. And Lawrence, if you're out there watching, just allow me to say, we may be the worst team, but when you lose to the worst team twice, that makes you the worst team.
It's great. It's crazy how poor their season is going. Just it's just unraveling so much from Moisés leaving. They're in the Europa League final, and then it's just all gone down. Selling Rice, it's just all gone downhill. It's just all gone downhill.
Not that they've not spent the money; they've spent an awful lot of money.
Yeah.
They've just spent it badly.
They started off really well without Rice. I remember that season they beat us, like bad. But then I don't know what's going on. And poor Jared Bowen, I feel like he's worth too much to the club that the price they would put on him. He's a little bit older and won't fetch that price tag. Like they'll probably want 60-70 million for him to get him to leave the club. And he's too loyal. He's like too loyal to demand out. So I feel like he's going to be in the championship, like scoring 50 goals or something.
Well, and because of who his father-in-law is the other thing.
Don't say that.
No?
How old is he?
I don't see him going anywhere.
I just kind of I
47?
have in the back of my head, I just hear the voice of Mark Noble say, "Hey kid, if you stick around, I'll get you a job in the office."
Oh, he's 30.
That might be where part of the problem is, because he's head of recruitment, isn't he?
No, Noble is
something to do with it.
Sporting director.
Well, sporting director is as good as. He's the
Still.
one who maybe just not enough experience there. Lots of experience with the club, but not in the role.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's get to Leeds United Newcastle. Guys, talk to me about that game, because as a neutral, man, was it exciting. I almost didn't. Somebody's phone is ringing. This better be important. It better be Mr. She, like last time. But I almost didn't watch the stoppage time of the first half. I was like, there's only a couple minutes left, and I got up to walk away, and it was like, whoa, and then ended up with you guys getting a penalty, right? The was that the handball penalty?
Yeah,
right before halftime, and then did they go up and score? Like, no, they had a chance. No, it ended with a chance. It was a dive on Joe Linton, and Joe Linton went insane.
Yeah, he
dived. He dived.
Yeah. And I was like, if Leeds United, if they could just extend this first half another 5 minutes, Joe Linton will punch somebody in the face. Like, he was so hot, and the whistle blew. I was like, no, he's gonna have time to cool off, and he did. And then he had like a really good rest of the game, even though he should have been sent off. The handball dude should have been sent off. How is that not a yellow card? You're in the box and you like ink and you stop a guy. You stop a guy from getting the ball with your hand on purpose. It's a yellow card. If
Yeah.
this close to a red because you're right there about to tap it in.
It's just refereeing inconsistency, isn't it? And all we want,
Absolutely.
what all fans want, is consistency in decisions throughout all the games. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, they still
Indeed.
scored. So
Yeah.
I think Leeds should have won the match.
Oh, really?
I would
Talk to
have
us
been
about
happy
that.
with the point. I
Yeah,
would have been happy with the
absolutely.
point. Even at half time, I said to a friend, I'd be happy with the point.
Mm.
Because I knew how the game was going to go. And I don't think I was doing it on the other chat, or it might have been on, no, it was on this one, wasn't it? Where I said, I'm hating this. And that was like in the last few minutes, because I knew what was coming. I just knew what was coming.
Now
And it
I
came.
didn't, because you guys, we never had the lead. You guys always had the lead, and the way you guys were playing, I you can ask my wife this. I told her, I almost went to bed at like the 75th minute. I'm like, I don't think we're gonna. This isn't worth staying up for, because we look like shit. Jolinton should have been sent off. I was annoyed that he didn't come off at the half after his whole Oscar performance, and from a manager's perspective, if you have a player overreacting like that, you got to take him off.
He
Because then
must
he's a
have put on
liability
a,
to everybody else.
he must have put on a performance in the locker room of like calm and zen. I don't know how he was let back out because he was very calm when he came out, and I was like, damn, they had a chance to get this guy sent off. I also just don't really like him. Um, I don't like most of your team, Tony. I hate to tell you. I think they're a bunch of scumbags. Um, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. So that
Even
was
though
I
they
think
can
frustrating.
he
be
is
And then
also
incredible players.
invoking James versus the Stoop.
Yeah.
well, I think, David, you guys should have won because you guys had that header that Pope didn't have a chance at. Then there was
Yeah.
that came off the crossbar, and then there was the play that Pope came out to play the ball, and he fell or whatever. I was like, what is he doing? So there were so many chances.
We had chances in the first half.
Yeah.
Dak's shot was straight down the goalkeeper's throat into his midriff. That was a poor effort. Drauk was well up for a ball, unchallenged, should have scored. We had chances to have finished that game in the first half. Quite frankly, can I just say, both teams, the defending was horrendous.
Yeah, it was like a basketball match. It was just
Yeah,
back
it
and
was
forth.
shocking. There was no defending. There was no defending. I normally watch every game over again, the entire game. I've not even watched the highlights of this one. I can't bring myself to, it's just, and
The
I'm not the
highlights
only
I
one.
had to
My
watch.
mates are the same. It's just, nah, that's it. It was a good game. We played
I
well,
mean,
but that's it.
that one would be one to watch back. Like I'm right there with you. I like rewatching the matches, but I don't want to rewatch this Liverpool match. Ugh.
Oh, and then
Ugh.
there was
Ugh. That
even
was
the chance
gross.
where Calvert-Lewin had that cross from the left side
I
Yeah.
may
that
rewatch y'all's
Netflix
match.
played into him. I was like, and there's another one that he should have scored. So
Yeah.
that's why I was at the 70th minute. I was just like, you know what? I don't know if this is worth staying up for because we look terrible. And then Cher comes off I thought his leg was gonna pop off. My wife looked up.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God, yeah.
ooh, ooh.
Yeah, he got
So
hurt.
Yeah.
Lewis Miley goes up to play midfield at the half. Then he comes to play center back after playing right back. I was like, what's happening? It was just chaos.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for Mr. Go ahead.
I got a spoke to a couple of Geordie fans that night, and and they just basically said, "I wish you luck for the rest of the season." I'm already looking forward to the games next year because both the games this year against Newcastle have been good games. Even earlier on, I think it was 0-0. It was a
Yeah, I
good
think you
game.
guys were no
Yeah,
early in
in
the
Yeah,
season.
September.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean. And you've got two teams there that are your old-fashioned sort of stadiums. Both very passionate, both very loud, and it just makes for a good game, good entertainment.
If you
Uh,
can get me a
Yeah.
ticket, I'll come up for it.
they what do you call? I mean, the both the Newcastle lads were like, yeah, that you. They both said you're the best team that have played, who's come to play us there this year. You were the team that came out and gave us the most problems. Albeit, I think they lost to Liverpool. They lose to Liverpool. You lose 3-2 home.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
early in the season. It was August.
yeah, that's right. Because I saw it in New York. But yeah, no, it's if we're going to lose our unbeaten run, way to do it.
Mm.
Yeah. It sucks that you guys lost that game. That was such a draw. I think everybody
Yeah,
wanted it to be a
yeah,
draw at the end, and the time just kept going on, and he just kept letting you all play. And I'm like, when is he going to blow the whistle? You've already gone 10 minutes over. He went
yeah,
4 minutes over the 10.
yeah.
He
But I
even
could
let Leeds
understand
United
that.
go have another shot, and I'm like, this is insane. This guy doesn't want the game to end.
Yeah,
Enjoying it too much.
there were some tired players on the pitch when that
Yeah,
whistle finally blew. There were like both sides were just dropping to their knees.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of untired, you got a little workhorse in young Brendan Aronson. That boy doesn't stop running sometimes. Like, if he added a bunch of muscle and some height, he could be like a little Declan Rice running around. Like that. That's like
Uh,
one of the biggest things for us with Declan Rice is that he never stops running. And at the end of the game, he's running harder than he was running in the beginning of the game. And Brendan Aronson was all over the place. And he was looking for a hat trick, I think. I think he had a chance at it um, towards right before he got taken off. But how do you feel about him, David? I know he gets mixed in with that Jesse
yeah,
Marsh era.
but it, you if you could go back over all the shows, I've always defended the guy. I've always
Yeah,
been a fan of his. I understand why Fark plays him, even when he wasn't being as productive as he is of late. I mean, during our championship season, I saw a couple of games up there. I think one was the Millwall game. Again, he would have had another assist, but for the fact the goal was ruled offside. The goal that we scored, he played an integral part earlier on in the move and everything. So I've always been a bit of a fan of his, knowing that he could get better. Uh, he's beefed up a little bit. I don't. He's probably not the sort of player that needs to put too much weight on, otherwise it could affect his game.
yeah,
Uh, his turning on the half turn, the way he drops in to find the space and he turns on the half turn and immediately starts going at defences is, no defenders like that. No defenders
yeah.
like that, or getting drawn out by a player like that. So, he's very handy. I'm loving the fact that he's added a few goals, and hopefully for him, it'll get him into the starting lineup, you know, for
Yeah,
America come the
for,
World
for
Cup.
the USA,
Yeah,
if we're
yeah,
still allowed in it. But that's another topic.
yeah. But no, I'm pleased for the lad. I wonder as well whether playing up front with DCL has helped him,
Yeah,
because they seem to be on the same wavelength a bit more now. So it could be that playing with DCL, I'm not going to say coached him, but you know what I mean. They've worked together. They've spoken to each other.
Some
Yeah.
You know,
mentorship.
Yeah, they're feeding
put
off
the
each
ball
other.
in this area. They seem to get an understanding together.
Yeah. And they
So
press well together.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I was impressed with. The two of them just kept pressing. They got a goal out of it,
yeah.
Yeah,
which was
Charles
nice.
Hell.
Yeah.
That was
I
amazing. I
mean
was like,
DCL,
oh.
DCL. I mean,
I mean, he's
unbelievable.
a veteran, man. He's smart. He's played so many Premier League games.
Yeah,
He knows how defenders move. He can't always get there, but he's still got a great touch. Great, he can finish. Like so I'm sure he is like mini coaching Aronson as well if they get
yeah.
to play with each other. You guys are on
But
an incredible run, even though this doesn't even feel like a loss to me. I know you guys didn't get the points, but an incredible run of performances all the way
yeah,
back. I think it may have started with Man City,
half time, Man
where
City.
halftime at Man City, something
Yeah,
switched. And you guys came out like wild animals. And then the next week, I think against Chelsea or somebody, like you just kept it going. Uh, it's not for the whole game. Usually, second half is the one that I watch for Leeds United. But yeah, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling a bit more comfortable with your place out of the relegation battle for the moment
I I reckon 3 wins and a draw will be enough.
for the
That's
rest of the
it.
season?
Yeah,
Yep.
because I don't expect West Ham to start winning or Burnley.
Cannot. Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, Mark.
if we
Wolves.
get 3 wins, West Ham have to get 6 wins. They're going to need to get 7 win if we get the extra point. They're not going to get that many wins. They're
Neither
not
are
going to get
Burnley.
that many wins. They are shocking. They are shocking. You know. So I'm quietly confident. And if we can finish him, where are we at the moment? Is it 15th?
16.
16th.
16th, is it? If we could make
Four
15th, that would
points
be
back of
fantastic.
15th.
Yeah. If we could make 15th, that would be a fantastic achievement, really. But what I've liked since that Man City game, I think there was one game, I can't remember what game it was. It was a bit of a watch, as you say, at least the first half. But he struck onto a formula, changing tactics and things like that. I think he was at fault for the substitution for sure. He had Okafor on, ready to come on. We went and scored, I think, a third goal against you lot, and then he still brought Okafor on. Well, wait a minute, don't put him on. Get a midfielder
Yeah.
on. You know, that was the wrong move. I mean, he himself, Farkas himself, has been critical of himself, which is a first for that. I just wonder if during the City game, because about a week before that, I know Roden came out and said that he felt that they should be braver, and there was another player, and I can't think of who it was, said the similar thing, that they felt that they needed to be braver in games, and I just wonder if it was a case of at half time at City, whether there were words said in the changing room. Hence, there was okay, you want to be braver, we'll do this, go out and prove it. And they have, you know, because certainly something happened. Something happened, you know. But yeah, great. I'm quietly confident. We've got some difficult games. I mean, every game's difficult in the Premier, but I feel that we can eke out draws here and there. And I think we should be able to get 3 wins before the end of the season. So, yeah, quietly confident.
All right. Tony, Newcastle, you guys are sitting in sixth place with that win that jumped you up a bit there. You could have been down in like 11th place.
Yeah.
Um, that's insane. So sitting at sixth, it's been an up and down season for you guys. Just kind of one of these can't get right situations where you're dropping points in weird places that you shouldn't be, and you're then demolishing other teams. And what's going on with you guys right now? You feel sixth is a good reflection of your performances?
I'd say so. I think the biggest thing still from the summer of Isak leaving and then signing Vissa, he gets hurt. Bring in Voltamade, who's a totally different player than Isak. And then just because he was the only healthy striker, it's like you have to play. So watching Vissa play is like watching Isak play because he leads the press. And Voltamata is more like Harry Kane in the sense of he comes back, supports the wingers and stuff, and there's 5 months in, they're still not used to it. So I think it's just a matter of systems and and then Anthony Gordon just can't seem to do anything off the wing, and then he's not pressing that. But then when Vissa plays, it's a total like tactical still adjustment. The Man United loss was annoying on Boxing Day because I didn't feel like they were just. I mean, that strike that Drogu had was a wonders hit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. I'm not mad, but it's still Man United. So, and then now the defense is depleted because Dan Burns still out from a punctured lung. Now shares
It
out.
was that bad, huh?
Yeah. It
I
was.
didn't realize it was that bad. I knew he took a pretty significant sternum injury, but I didn't realize it was a punctured lung or anything like that. That's terrible.
Yeah, because that was the derby, and you could just see that guy's knee go full speed into his chest, and you're like,
yeah, I watched that game.
That was brutal. So I don't like when Joelinton plays because I don't feel like he brings much, and I feel like Jacob Ramsey needs to be playing more in the midfield or Lewis Miley, but now Lewis Miley is playing center back. So the Pope being out, I thought was kind of a good thing to see what Ramsdale could do, and then of course when he lets in a goal, they're like, "Oh, he's not the answer." I'm like, well, the goals he let in really, there's not much he could have done.
I think
one
all
of
of
them was
Arsenal
bad.
Nation can tell you that Ramsdale was not the answer.
I know, but for how Eddie Howe wants to play, like Arsenal, I mean, Man City went off the grid by signing Donnarumma, but
right.
I still don't think it's Pope. Even watching him this week against Leeds, he just comes out. He even comes out of the box the other day when I thought Leeds should have scored. I'm like, dude,
Yeah. Like,
what
are
are
you
you
doing?
doing? Yeah, I just feel like he doesn't have the confidence to come out and play the ball, to grab the ball, to kick the ball. Like, or when Ramsdale will let a goal in, they're like, oh, that's why we need Pope. Because if Pope was in the Man United goal, Pope would have got it because he's bigger. Like, I mean, Ramsdale still guessed the right way, but that was just, there's some goals that you just
There's
can't
some
do much
goals
about.
It was a good strike.
Yeah. So I hope they go back in for Trafford, but I don't think they will because now he's probably on so much of Man City that.
Pep said Trafford's going nowhere, isn't he?
Oh, really? Okay, well,
Yeah,
there's that. So I don't then because Bournemouth tomorrow, then Man City in the League Cup on Tuesday, then Mark on Saturday, then it's
It'll just be
PSV
me
in the
running
Champions
around.
League. Yeah. Hey, you might
Hey, wait.
You might put in a good effort. Yeah, they'll sign you up.
Oh, I will give you 110% effort. I don't know what that means on the pitch, but I will be out there. Let me tell you.
It's like Bill Murray in the Toon Squad.
Right. So I'm gonna throw a question to Lolo about Arsenal. it seems from what I've seen on the schedule is that this upcoming 10-day break isn't exactly a 10-day break for Arsenal. You guys got 2 matches in the coming week and 10 in the next month.
Oh wow!
I know you guys
Yeah.
are deep,
Chelsea,
but
Forest,
is
Inter,
there
Man
some
United.
sort of like mental fatigue that might start setting in at some point?
Absolutely. Mental fatigue can set into a lot of the players who like Arteta does not swap out if he can help it. But it's going to have to happen. We just played last night, and we have a match
Sunday.
Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. It's going to be morning where I am. It's going to be like 6 a.m. where I am. It's going to be so weird. But I think against Portsmouth, we're gonna rest a good amount of players and get other players off, and get some time for Waneri. Get hopefully get Havertz out there. Get some people who are coming back uh, from injuries, and rest some players. Rest Declan Rice. Hopefully, rest Odegaard, Gabrielle, Saliba if we can, Timber for sure. But you want to rest everybody, but it is still a game, and we still need to win these cups. We need to win every single cup this year, uh, or Arteta out apparently. But um, so we still need to win it, and Arteta he's going to put a team out there. It's going to be a good looking team. It's going to be better than Portsmouth's team, so we should win that game. But then we have Chelsea home and away in the League Cup.
And the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, so that's kind of annoying as well.
And you got to
But
throw in a little Inter in there as well.
Well,
Yeah,
so Lolo, I was gonna say that because I just looked at the schedule. You have Inter, and then you have that Kazakhstani, Azerbaijan, somewhere in Eastern Europe, Asia.
but that's at home at least.
Sacrifice.
At home.
So
Oh, okay. You
It's
don't
at
have to
home, I mean.
start anybody. You can start the under 12s if you want because you guys are what the
Put the
top
bench
table.
out.
Get the
Um,
get the little stoopers out there running around.
Yeah, for the Champions
Maybe,
League you can rest everybody.
but dude, nobody's gonna rest a full squad against Inter Milan
Yeah, but
in
you're still
Italy.
you
Like no, a Champions League night where you're playing Inter Milan at their stadium. Just like no, those are the nights he lived for. There's like Declan Rice is gonna be begging to play that game. He's
I
like,
know, but
bench me
you're
at
already through the
Nottingham
knockout
Forest, please.
stages.
I know. I'm just saying they are people. You want to win these nights. You want to say you went to the San Siro and you put Inter away. Arteta's like that. So
But
I
the
don't know.
thing
I
is,
don't know.
they've qualified, haven't they?
Right,
Or
that's
have they?
what I mean.
Yeah.
He'll rest players because it's not that important. I mean, who went away in the last round of games just before Christmas, and a few of the I don't know if it was Arsenal or one of the other teams, and they clearly rested a few of their players. They lost, but it didn't matter. You know what I mean?
Chelsea.
It may have been. I'm not. I can't remember which
Yeah.
side it was, but they rested players and they lost the game. But it doesn't matter, sort of thing. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah.
what you're saying, Lolo, but this is the problem with this Champions League, the format now, is that we're now at a point where games really don't mean anything. If you've qualified and you've got,
Yeah.
You're playing every
there's also your placement.
3 days and big games in the Premier. That is the main thing this year for your lot is winning the Premier.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to call it a night. I have to catch a flight in just a couple hours. So, yeah. But it's been
Have a
fun
safe
talking
flight.
to you all on a Friday night. We'll talk to you guys next week then. Thank you everybody for joining us in the comments as well in the chat. Good to talk to you guys. Sorry I wasn't as active on it as Director John is, but he's out for the night. But good night, Tony. Good night, David. Good night, Mr.
Cheers.
Mark. Cheers to you all. And speaking of which, I guess I have to end the show. Um,